Welcome to Creed. They say that life is a journey, and in most cases, you will find people want to reach their destination before they even go through the journey. People want success before they even test how it feels not to have any. And that is why in our community, you will find that there are so many depressed people because they focus more on the destination and yet they don't observe the journey that they are going through. Sometimes, whatever you're going through, God is preparing you on how you will handle what is coming in future. If we don't understand the journey, then it will be very difficult for us to settle in the destination that God is taking us. Some of us lose faith and hope along the journey, and it leads us not to reaching our required destination. As long as God has promised to deliver us, we should trust in Him through everything that we are facing along the way. In the Bible, we are told about Joseph, who was the earthly father of Jesus. God told him about how he was destined to be the father of Jesus. And even though they faced a lot of hardship before Jesus was born, he did not question God in any way. He just kept the faith because he knew that God was going to keep His word. How much do you trust God in order for you to keep the faith throughout this journey? Kindly like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button. Our reading today will come from the book of Mark chapter 4, and we are going to read from verse 35 up to 41. And the Bible says, "On that day, when the evening had come, he said to them, 'Let us go across to the other side.' And leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was, and other boats were with him. And a great storm of wind arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. And they woke him up and said to him, 'Teacher, do you not care if we perish?' And he awoke and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, 'Peace, be still.' And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, 'Why are you afraid? Have you no faith?' And they were filled with awe, and said to one another, 'Who then is this that even wind and sea obey him?' Here we are told about Jesus and his disciples. And we are told about the journey that they were taking to cross the sea and go to the other side. The Bible tells us about how they were on their way, and a great storm of wind arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. This led to the disciples being very afraid about the whole situation, and they did not know how they could handle it. Have you ever been in such a situation whereby you're facing a lot of things in your life and you don't know how you can handle it? You go to your friends, they cannot be able to help. You go to your family, the same. And you're there stranded and you don't know what is next. I am very sure the disciples tried everything within their power to help get out of the situation. But the thing that baffles me throughout this story is that when all this was going on, as they were there screaming and trying to make everything right, Jesus was there and he was asleep. Someone once said that when the student is taking the test, the teacher is always quiet. Through this verse, I can relate to that statement. There they were, afraid of dying, and under the situation, they woke Jesus up and they asked him, "Teacher, don't you care if we perish?" They were so much afraid of losing their lives until they forgot that Jesus cares for them. I think that Jesus thought that this was just a storm and his disciples were in a position to handle it without him intervening. And we are told he woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Isn't it great how when Jesus comes into our lives, we have peace, and everything that used to be so disorganized becomes so calm and perfect? And Jesus said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you no faith?" And they were filled with awe and said to one another, "Who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him?" Some of us were walking with Christ, but we really don't know who he is. We don't know how powerful he is. We don't know how he can change everything in our lives just by us believing. And he asked, "Why are you afraid?" We get to understand that if you have enough faith, you are not supposed to be afraid of anything because God will handle it. Are you ready to have faith and to trust God in the journey that you are taking? And we are told that we should have enough faith in order for us to be courageous enough to face anything in our journey. I pray that you will understand how powerful God is, that you will overcome everything that you are facing in your journey to greatness. May God bless you so much. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to comment and share.